right.
Pretty incredible that we used to sound that bad. Hold on, I'm at 3%. Maybe I shouldn't go first.
Okay, wait.
My phone would die like in the process of it.
Welcome everyone to part 2. We're going through Favor's rig rundown. Lo, you want to go first and show us?
Yeah. So I have my little music setup just downstairs in the living room. I don't have like a designated room for anything, but the main part of my studio is just a little audio interface, 2 studio monitors, and a Mac that I just got recently. I have all my cables and straps and everything here ready to go just in case I need to use them. And over to the right of it is my old 1970s Fender Basement 10, which I either record with or sometimes play live shows with. As well as a little Super Champ tube amp that I have under here, ready to go for recording as well. I think it has USB, so I think I can record directly out of the amp, which is super helpful sometimes. Above it and in front of it is my Launch Key 49 that goes to Ableton, and it all has like integrated Ableton controls, so it's super helpful, especially for the kind of music I like to work on my own. And the last thing is literally just my my basses and guitar that I like to use the most. On the far left, I have a Fender, I think American Professional, I think that's what it is, precision bass that I usually use for the favorite live shows. To the right is my first Fender P bass. I think it's a Squier actually, and it's been my favorite since I gotten it, and I still use it to this day. To the right of it is another P bass that we've been using to record the new record. Most of the bass tracks are recorded with this guy, and it sounds really, really tight and good for the sound. And then I got my Fender Mustang bass here with flat wounds. This bass makes up the majority of the first album sound, really like mellow and pretty quiet. I use it for live shows as well. And then to the right of it is just the guitar where I record guitar tracks for ideas and everything. And I think that's just about it. That's all I have, but it works and it's really good. So nice. That's my setup.
Do you notice, I know with me, the difference in the Squiers and the Fenders, like how much of a significance it is? Because I know some Squiers are actually better than the Fenders from what I've tried out.
Some Squiers, I usually pick up the ones that play really good, feel good, and just sound good, and I don't really care too much about like the quality of them. Like if you look at my first bass I got, and this thing's been beaten up pretty hard over time. It's got some nasty scars on it, but it adds a lot of character and I love it. And this is like the best playing bass I've ever owned, and it's just a Squier. And they're usually pretty cheap as well, so if you find one that plays really good, it's definitely worth picking up, especially if you like really connect to it. But having the Fender Professional is just really nice for clean studio recording and live performances, because you can't go wrong with the build quality. It's really nice. But I don't think there's too much of a difference for me. Not enough to warrant buying just like Fender for basses, I guess.
I will go. All right, so you're about to get probably the most minimal tour out of the 3. We got the kind of the main console here, where I make like pretty much all my solo recordings and sometimes track things for favor, sometimes play keys for favor here. Like my keyboard is a Casio WK200. I always keep it to a user setting so I can mess around with MIDI sounds and do MIDI controlled things. It's like stock sounds are pretty bad. I got the JBL speakers, and my Behringer audio interface is a 4-track, which is pretty cool. I like it. It's pretty good quality. It's got like Midas preamps that are pretty helpful. Over here we've got kind of a mess of stuff. I got a lot of cables just hanging right here. The other cables are kind of in this back corner. This is my P bass. I like it a lot. I'm a big fan of.
Did he get cut out?
His phone died. His phone probably died. Oh no.
He should have gone first. So he joins back. That's so funny. He was like mid-sentence and then
This is my P bass. It's
Can you hear him?
No.
Yeah, we can't hear you.
Evan, we can't hear you.
Switch your audio.
yeah. Next to like the mute button, there's like an arrow.
Okay, are we good?
Yeah, we can hear you now.
No, I can hear you.
I'm gonna turn the input volume up so you can hear me a little bit. That's too loud.
Yes. I can hear the room's AC.
I got it a little lower now.
There we go.
That's better. You just
I was saying I think we're gonna be good. On my computer. And
okay.
At 99%. But I'm gonna have a little less accessibility.
Yeah.
Just bring stuff to the camera.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. So I was in the middle of showing you guys the bass. And I will show you guys the bass now. My P bass. Kind of nice. I like it. I play it a lot. Pretty much any chance I get to make bass ideas for favor, if I ever have any bass ideas. So far, I've had like one, I think. And it's a great bass. I have it plugged into this amp over here, which I don't know what it is, but it's an amp. It works pretty great. It says crate, so it's a crate, I guess.
It's called Krate.
Yeah, Crate. MXB10. It's a Crate MXB10. Pretty good. I can kind of move my camera over to like show you guys my drum set, sort of. The drum set is over there, and currently in the process of miking it up again. Last time I mic'd it up was maybe a month ago. Just playing random stuff and kind of making drum ideas for favor. So it's in
Tell
a
them
little,
what kind of kit you're using.
I use, for the most part, Ludwig 76 Vistalite Blue Swirl kit. It's pretty nice. Still have a few of the old heads on there. For the most part, I replaced them. But some of the old heads actually sound really good. I have the mid tom and the high tom right now are not on there because I'm kind of working on them, putting new heads on them and stuff. The snare I use is a Pork Pie Hip Pig. Pretty nice. I got the black dot head on it. I really like black dot head. It's probably my favorite of any head. And I used to use Zildjian, like old Z beats. But recently, I got some Minel cymbals from my friend Logan. And I got a Byzance ride, which is over there right now. I don't know if you can see that. And he also lent me a Crash. And I think I'm gonna buy at least the Minel ride from him because it's just amazing. It just sounds so nice. And then kind of over there in the corner is where a lot of my stuff used to be, but I guess 90% of my keyboards and my instruments are now at Jimmy's. we record with them. So yeah, my Korg, the Jimmy's, both of my Korgs are there, and my Yamaha PSS 270 from like 1986 is there, and I guess Jimmy will show all that stuff on his tour. But yeah, like literally gave him like 75% of what I use in the studio. So it's a little bare bones right now. I guess the only other thing in here is the marimba that I use for school. I did use for school. Now it's not really used. It just kind of sits there and acquires dust. Oh, and then the my ukulele, which has been on a couple of recordings in here, all my solo stuff with my friends. One of my friends, Max, is a great ukulele player. And he loves playing it, so he like uses it when he comes over. And that's literally the whole thing. It's kind of split into two parts: pre-phone death and post-phone death.
Yeah, for people that don't know, Evan's phone is like running out of battery, so he got like kicked out midway of talking about his bass.
And that's mine. There you go.
Good stuff, Evan.
We applaud you.
I give you one fridge cold bottle of orange juice.
Second fridge cold bottle of orange juice. Okay. All right, so this is me, but this is kind of the main desk where everything is. Pretty much Focusrite interfaces is what we use, and I think Focusrite's kind of the best quality, so I recommend that. And then over here we got the pedal board. We have a lot of pedals, but more specifically we just got like a tuner, delays, distortion, or like fuzz, and then like some hard distortion and choruses, and then reverb, compressors, and then two phasers, a wah, and then a harmonist pedal. And then this Boss recorder, which is used for like Tame Impala sounds that like Kevin Parker would use, but you can like actually like record ideas on it and stuff, but I think it's just really hard to do it, so I don't. But it's fun if you're like out on the road. And then here we got the montage, which was used on Did You Know for the opening choir part. And then
One of our top songs.
We got a Yamaha Ypt 240. Picked it up from Goodwill for $15. This thing's like a couple hundred, like online, I think.
Damn, scored.
Taped it red. Got my buddy Jaden over here with the didgeridoo. We got Sean the Sheep throwing one thumb up. We have a launch pad here. Oh, okay. Well, this was actually used on You Say It's Not Coming Here. And
okay.
Out Into the Wind.
I think we played
On the first thumb.
like the main melody of it. Was
Yeah. Got a launch pad that I don't use, but Lo wants it, so he's probably gonna get it. And then here we got Evan's Korg that he gifted me. Very nice Korg. It's a vocoder, so we've been experimenting with some vocoder sounds, and there's a ton of like patches and stuff on here that I use for myself and then for Faber as well. And then we have Evan's old Yamaha here, and it's just a fun little thing to mess around with. We use this, we're going to use it on the second record, and it's also used on this other project that we were in called The Condition, which a nice callback. This is what is it? Hold on. It's not mine, it's my friend Jaden. It's a Behringer TD3. It's a synth bass, and he bought it so he could do the Tame Impala Breathe Deeper bass line. But we use it to make joke songs and we just have a blast, just like totally screwing around with it. Here we got the Roland SPDS-X. It's a red one, and this pretty much triggers all the samples that we use for like whether we're sound checking or opening the show, if we have any samples really. So we'll use this. And then here we have a Roland PD30 electric drum kit, V drums. And Evan really uses this whenever we're like practicing, so like he doesn't have to be like on a drum set that's like annoyingly loud. So it's really helpful whenever we're practicing and just trying to come up with ideas. Here we got another one of Evan's delights, Yamaha Acoustic. Evan could probably tell you more on the history of this, but very fun guitar.
Yeah, Evan, you want to give us the talk on this?
The thing, like, I've had it probably since I was like 5 or 4. Definitely had it when I lived in Maryland, and probably came here with us when we moved here. And I wrote one of the new songs on it, or like part of the new song. It's like maybe the first acoustic thing we've like experimented with. I feel like we don't do a lot of acoustic guitar, but like, I have 2 acoustic guitars. One's like right here, and then I gave the other one to Jimmy to like, if you want to mess around with it. So that's, yeah.
Indeed. We have this, honestly don't even know how to pronounce that, flute. It's kind of like a student flute, but it's a new edition, so hopefully it'll appear on a record pretty soon. Really elaborate setup. So
he's gonna break the P bass chain for a little bit.
So I'll go in the order that I got him in.
Okay.
Or I'll try to remember. So this is a Yamaha Pacifica. I'm gonna move this guitar really quick. This is not my pedal board, it's my bandmate's Avery's in my other band, Professor Rafe. So this is a Yamaha Pacifica. It used to say Yamaha, but I scratched it out with scissors. I don't know why. But it's a nice guitar. It's Evan's favorite of mine, and it's in D, and it's mostly used for like my solo stuff, but it's a great guitar to have. And then for Christmas the next year, I think, after I got that guitar, I got this Fender Jaguar Kurt Cobain model. So I've never really used it in a live show, but it's great. It has these awesome humbuckers, and I keep it in C sharp always, and it doesn't really like stay in tune really well, but it's a great guitar. Like, it sounds really heavy. And then, what did I get? I think I got this one. This is a American Elite Tele. It's the same type of guitar but bass that Lowe has, like his really nice one.
Mm-hmm.
So we've used these like at the same time, and it's pretty cool. Fender should sponsor us for that. But
Fender, hit us all up.
Please hit us up. But it's a really nice guitar. It's probably one of the nicer guitars that I own, and it stays in C sharp. And it's got amazing locking tuners to make tuning and restringing very easy. Damn, what did I... Okay, I think I got this one. This is a Fender 60s road-worn Stratocaster. And it's obviously road-worn. I know some people don't like that, and I understand, but it doesn't really matter to me. I like how it plays, and I mostly use it for solo material, but it was actually the first ever guitar that Evan and I used when we had a house show here at my house for a favorite gig. So it's a pretty special guitar. It has these nice jewel sticker thingies that my girlfriend put on, So it makes it look 10 times better. But very good guitar in the end. And then I got this guitar mainly what was used on pretty much all the songs on our very first record. And it's 1960s Zimgar. I honestly don't really know anything about the brand, really. But I know they made like drums and stuff. But it's really awesome. It has like these selectors here that you can use. So it's not like a toggle switch.
Yeah.
So you can choose like if you want like a neck and bridge for like a Telecaster sound, or if you want all three on. So that's an awesome feature to have. It has like a whammy bar thing here that I've never messed around with, but I could add a whammy bar on. The switch I think was supposed to be like a phase switch, but now it's just a kill switch. Or I don't actually, it was a kill switch, but now it's wired to do nothing. And it has one tone and one volume, and that's pretty much it. But it was used on every song on the first record except 01 and 10.
Yeah,
the end.
I love that guitar, dude.
Yeah, I love how it has like a matching headstock, and then
yeah,
on the back it's an awesome guitar. And there's a funny story with this guitar. This guitar was used for 01 and 10 in the Wavebreaker single.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a Blacktop Telecaster, which isn't like what the normal humbucker Telecasters look like, because like the toggle switch is up here. But I got this at a thing that this, like, I was at Band-Aid School Music, and they were doing this thing called I actually forgot. Guitarnival? Okay, it's Guitarnival. And it was like all guitar stuff, and then they have like a section where they were like selling and trading stuff.
Yeah.
And this guitar was there, and I think it was only like $75. And I looked it up on Reverb, and it's like $400 or $500 listed on there. So totally awesome investment.
Damn,
But
Jimmy's getting all the steals over here.
it's cool. It's the only guitar I have with the skunk stripe.
Ah.
I don't know if that matters to a lot of people, but it's pretty awesome. But I don't use it that much because it's not really insulated.
Yeah.
But great guitar. And then this, oh no, it's stuck. Okay, this is the first bass I got, which was, it's like Lowe's, but it's just a different finish. It's an American Elite precision bass, and it's just an amazing bass with a little nice Dragon Ball add-on. And I don't know, there's not a whole lot to say about it. It's a little relict. I don't know who did this, but Evan can vouch for me. It's just been appearing. I don't know what's going on with Fender's finishing process. And then I've got this. It's my only 12-string, but it's a 12-string Stratocaster. It has a weird like name to it. I don't exactly know, but it's an awesome 12-string with this gaff taped X thingy that I put on it. It's a great guitar to use, but like restringing it is like totally a pain because you have to use vintage style tuners, which is like a whole nother level of awkwardness when trying to restring.
Mm-hmm.
But in the end, it sounds awesome.
Jimmy, explain why those tuning pegs are like a nightmare for guitarists to change, for people that don't know how to use those.
Oh, okay. So instead of I'll give you an example. So these two guitars, actually I can't use this one because that one has vintage tuners. So this one, the difference is basically on the side here. You just like normally like string it through the tuner and wind which is easy to use, I think. But
Yeah.
vintage, you gotta like put it in from above, and you have to like cut it and measure it and that kind of stuff. It's just a lot of extra work, but it's just a whole nother like beast trying to restring and not mess up, because like once it's kinked and you mess up, like you can only cut off so much before it's like the string
Too
is
short.
beautiful. Yeah.
Yeah, there's actually a trick though. I'll tell you. I don't know if you've ever heard of it, where let me see if I can show you. When you're restringing your guitar, you know how you have the pegs and all that. So what I normally do is I'll do one peg, and then do like another peg. So then once it gets to that second peg is when I'll cut it, and then that's normally like the right length to wind it. I think it might work for like those types of pegs. I think it should work. But that's like a trick I found out.
Nice.
So you just pull it all the way, and then whatever it is to the second peg, you cut it there, and you're pretty much good. It's normally like 2 to 3 wraps, I think.
All right. It's awesome, helpful tip.
I don't know if that'll help in the future, but yeah.
I will use it for sure.
Hacks by Bella.
And then, okay, we're sort of closing in here. Okay, so I made, oh God, this is some effort to get out. Oh my God, it's stuck. Okay, never mind, we got it. Okay. So this is like a guitar that I built. I didn't do the microtonal stuff here, but I built just like I finished this body, and it was like a guitar that you can like buy off the website, the Fretwire. They just make like guitar kits that you can build. So originally it was just like normal, and then Evan and I friend Eli went and microtoned it, and it doesn't really work, but that's okay. But while it was like not microtonally fretted, it was used to write the song 10, so it has a nice little history behind it, but I don't ever use it anymore. But I bought a new neck, so hopefully.
Did you do the finish yourself, or was it the pre-made?
It was me, my dad and I, we finished it together. But regular, it's just like the way it comes, it's just like pure raw wood that you gotta like sand down. And we tried to like paint it in the winter, and it was just a pain trying to dry and stuff. But it turned out pretty good. And then I got this Hoffner Bass, which is amazing. I love it. It just has some trouble staying intonated, but it has these awesome pickups, these blade pickups that aren't unlike new Hoffners. So I actually don't remember what kind of Hoffner this is, but I got it because Wyatt Shears of the Garden has one, and it has these pickups in it, which he has like a Telecaster bass, which is like super like hard and rare to find, but this is like the second closest thing. But it has great tone, and I stickered it up with little stickers. It flipped. But a great bass, a very old bass, and I've never seen one that's red, so also a steal. And then I got this, my nicest guitar ever. This Gibson 61 SG reissue. It's just amazing. I got it, or I really got like fired up to want one because I saw Naked Giants live and Grant had one. So I was like, damn, that is a nice guitar. And it just sounded amazing. And his had like some different like knobs on it, but it still had like not like the full pick guard that some have, just like the half one.
Yeah.
So I thought it looked really great. And
wasn't it like a melody maker or something like that?
Yeah, he has a melody maker too, but he was playing at emos with one that I think Gibson gave him. I could be wrong, but
I'll
It was
ask them.
just super nice. So, amazing guitar. This was used on Wishing at the Well for this guitar solo. And for the other parts, Lo used his Jazz Master. And then, okay, so this guitar isn't mine, but it's my friend Avery's from Prof again. It's an amazing guitar. It's Art and Luthier guitar from Canada. It's going to be used on the second album, but it's not like a huge guitar company, but the quality of this guitar is really nice for what it is. And then last instrument is this Hoffner Bass that my friend Jaden let me buy off him for a steal. It's a Hoffner Bass like the one Paul McCartney uses, but it's black and it kind of fits my style more.
Mm-hmm.
Got some rad binding across, and it's pretty good. I think it'll be used on a song on the second record, so hopefully it makes its way there.
Is that one a short scale or regular?
Oh, this one's a short scale as well as that other Hoffner. But yeah, it's.
Do you prefer the regular scale or short?
I guess it depends. I really like how fast you can be with short scales, but like with the normal scales, I guess you can have like more like beef to what you're playing and stuff like that. But I think they both got their pros and cons in a way. And I guess besides that, we have the drum set, which is like fully set up right now, but this is just, so what Evan used or mainly uses to record is just the DW bass drum tom and floor tom, and he used this Vistalite snare for the first album. It's, I don't know what year, but it's my dad's red Vistalite set that he got whenever he was in high school. So we used this one on the first record. It sounds awesome. But on the second record, we used a different snare. And we added a different type of ride than on the first record. So that's awesome. But he just kept it with a nice 4-piece set going on, and a ride, one crash here, and a crash over here, and a hi-hat, and one bass drum. And that's pretty much what we use. Correct me if I'm wrong, Evan, but I think that's what we use.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure we used that. I think like on the second record, we definitely used a couple snares, maybe 2 or 3. But I know the Superphonic was one of them, and then like I think we used on one song, and then on the first record, I think we used the Superphonic too. But then we definitely stuck with the Vistalite because I was like obsessed with the Blacktop head. I still use it in my game, so yeah.
Is there a certain sound you guys like to go for with like drum kits and all that? I know that there's different like pitch ranges and all that. Like, do you prefer a lower kit or a higher pitch, like jazz tuned?
I would say like in terms of the first record, we had like kind of a bigger like sound. Like we muted a lot of the drums, like so the drums kind of sounded actually not as big as we wanted them to.
Mm-hmm.
On the second record, we kind of like took the mutes off and let them like sing a little bit more, and so I think the second record has a bigger drum sound. And on a couple songs, we kind of brought back the muting, and on one song, we totally changed the way we like our approach to drums and just like went a completely new direction. I'm sure we'll talk more about it after it comes out, but like we've also been experimenting with double tracking drums, like stereo tracking left and right, and that's been fun, like playing drums twice and like experimenting with that. Even having Jimmy play drums has been really fun too, like to kind of breathe a little bit. Jimmy obviously has been playing drums longer than me and has a very good handle on his grooves and whatnot. So I feel very comfortable like handing things off to Jimmy and being like, dude, I want to go for this type of thing, and like I feel like it'd be cool if you played it. And then I can kind of play my key stuff a little more while Jimmy kind of kills it on the beats. That's where we kind of been going with this second record a little bit. Kind of just a lot.
And like some of like the things he was talking about with like muting and stuff, like quick tips and tricks I learned from a YouTuber called David R. Definitely check out his channel. He's got a lot of awesome tips and stuff for drumming. But like this snare is like an internal muffler, so let me just make it really loose.
A snare like that.
They're great. I love the option of having one, but I don't know how good this is going to transfer over to Zoom, but open, it's more like, it can just be like really open. But if you have extra like heads and stuff, you can like cut out like an O-ring, and it just like kills it. And then if you just like really quickly want to change like the pitch of your drum, you just take a full head and it'll drop compared to like being higher pitched on. So
we use the full head at a couple songs, and the O-ring we use the first album. So
Nice.
that's pretty much it. This is just like the room. This is where we take the back of the album photos, and this is kind of just the den that everything's made in.
Yeah, I'm seeing a trend that everyone likes to leave everything at Jimmy's now.
Yep.
Yeah, honestly, like probably $500 now, like $800 worth of my equipment is at Jimmy's. But it goes toward like a good cause. Like I know that like music at his house is just at another level.
Yeah.
Leave things.
And it's good that you guys have like that trust in each other too, that you know that everyone will take care of it, kind of thing.
Mm-hmm.
It lets us make like music at like different outlets for ourselves or for the band, for other bands. And I know Jimmy loves the chord a lot, so I just had to, hey buddy, Merry Christmas. I think it was like 2 years ago.
Great gift. Awesome gift.
From the beginning, when you guys all first started, how much has your gear evolved since then? I know like starting out with something that's really cheap, whatever you guys could afford, but like how much of a difference has it changed now?
I guess whenever we started, we like even like the singles, the very like early singles that you can only find on Bandcamp, like they were just made with like not many like inputs on a like interface, but I guess like demoing ideas is mainly what we were kind of doing. But our gear is definitely like grown with like just like saving up from shows and investing in what we think would like benefit us like in the long term than just like I guess like obviously like you should buy things like however you want, but like buying things that are like more like quality and that'll last you longer, so you don't need to like buy something cheaper to get you through this and then you buy another thing later. Like it's just the process and like how you want to do it and stuff. But gear grows over time, and I think you can sound great not having a lot of gear. It's just like how you use the stuff that you have already, and then gear is like icing on the cake that can make things sound like different or spicier.
A lot of the gear, like from what I was hearing from you guys, comes from other people watching them, and you're like, oh, I really liked how that sounded. Like I know a lot of my gear that's behind me too, and in different rooms, it was all because of watching someone else and liking what they use. So I noticed that's for you guys a lot too.
Yeah, definitely. I think now, like more than ever, when we're starting to kind of transition to like remote recording, especially with the third album, like demoing things now and starting to make ideas on our own a little bit, I guess. We kind of wrote things before. I think our gear at our houses kind of helps us become like, you know, more experienced songwriters maybe. I don't know how much our songwriting process has changed since the beginning,
but definitely the gear helps it makes it easier, like, to write songs. I guess it's more accessible, but you still have to kind of use your brain a lot when you're making a song, and then like music just starts flowing. I don't know.
I agree.
Now, what would be y'all's next purchase?
Like individually or like as a band?
Individually, let's do that. Like, what do you want to get next and that's on your list of gear?
I know for me, I really want to invest in like maybe a better interface or a better microphone, so I can do, I don't know, I feel like key wise I'm like good, and I have a great bass that, you know, I can restring and all that, and I feel okay with all that stuff, but probably a better microphone, honestly.
Yeah, that would help with like if you had like a better interface, or not like better, but like one with like more inputs.
Yeah.
You could, like, do drums at home, and you can like experiment with that.
We're gonna push you to get a Focusrite now.
Yeah, I really,
Right.
yeah, the more tracks, like right now I can record like kick, snare, hi-hat, and overhead, or like a tom. And so if I had a bigger interface, I could definitely do like the entire kit, and then we could probably make an entire album remotely, as opposed to like, you know, lately I've just been quarantining a lot, you know, like at my house. I probably haven't seen anyone besides Jimmy for like maybe a month, and so it's just been like our brains going, and Blow will like also kind of translate his ideas over, starting work on this next thing. I don't know, that's kind of how it's been going now.
I definitely think you can never have enough mics, because like they're all different, and more mics, you have way more options to do. So I'd probably either invest in more good mics, like Sennheisers, or I don't know. I think I'm pretty much set to do like anything I want, but like that, or just save up to get like a tape machine and just mess around with that.
We would waste a lot of tape trying to record.
Start sounding sketchy. What about you, Lau?
Personally, I would want a set of mics for a simple drum kit, because I can't record drums in any way, so all my drums are like usually Logic drums. I program them, and definitely a bigger Focusrite, because I only have 2 inputs and mine doesn't come with MIDI, and that would be something I'd be interested in using.
Well, seems like everyone's got a variety of gear that we all know and love. But yeah, thank you guys for taking the time out of your day. I know this has been going on for a while now, but yeah, I just wanted to showcase you guys and what you guys do and all the gear that you guys love. So thank you for doing that. And that's the end of this episode. That's Favor, guys.
Thank you very much. Make sure to check us out on the IG or Instagram under Favor Band.
Yeah, plug away. Go ahead.
Yeah, hit us up on Instagram, Favor Band. Please check us out on Spotify. Follow us there too. Or SoundCloud. We might drop stuff on SoundCloud, baby. Very soon.
Anywhere you stream your music, you can find us. Just that Favor. I don't know how many Favors there are, but Sounds from the Sand. That's our newest record. Hopefully, definitely, new record next year. And we got a YouTube, Favor. We made a little movie video thing called Sounds from the Sand, all caps. You can find it on YouTube. Get a little deeper insight
of how the album was made. That was cool. And we're making like another one now as we work on the second one.
Sick. Yeah, I'll link everything down in the bio so everyone can check everything out. Make sure to go subscribe to their channel. Subscribe here. Gonna have some more videos coming up. Hopefully some bigger artists that you guys may all know. But yeah, that was Favor, and thank you so much for being on here.
Like, comment, subscribe.
Thank you for having us.